Today we're going to take a walk up here by the pool. Take a look. There are the flowers and the mondo grass. We have a lot of mondo grass. Coleus. And daylilies. Hosta. I don't know why that hosta is so much larger than the one on this side. They were planted at the same time, same type pot, same dirt. But this one has a kind of a puny look to it. Ferns. We have a lot of ferns around here. And I'm thankful for that because I love ferns. Coral bells. And the vine that I poisoned. Ferns on that side. This side needs redoing very badly. So that's going to be one of my near future projects. There's the pool. And we had a heavy rain yesterday, so the pool people are going to have to come back out here and do whatever it is that they do with the pool. There's Our Lady overlooking the pool. Going back toward the house now. There's a bug. Goodbye, bug. And there's Mr. Sheena again. Sheena? Yeah. This was a beautiful 4 o'clock. Unfortunately, I broke it yesterday and I stuck it back in the dirt hoping that it will reroot, but don't think it will. Here's some of Mary Sue's hostas, hanging hostas. Here's another type of fern. Don't really know what this type is called, but I'm glad that we have it. Oh, how about this? Broke it off. Wanted to be a little bit stubborn with me. Azaleas. And some more of the hosta. Not hosta. Mondo grass. Sorry about that. There's some variegated vinca. Variegated vinca. It's kind of hard for me to say. This is a Yupon holly. Let me get back here so we can get a better view of this. Sorry about the shakiness. It's kind of hard to walk backwards while you're filming. This is about the tallest Yupon holly that I have ever seen in my life. I want you to look at the height of that magnolia tree there. It is huge. It's not broad, but it's tall. I hope that it shows up good. This is a small rose garden. Roses are about gone for this year, at least in this rose garden. Oh, here's a bud right here. I'm on the walk now to the deck. Some more ferns. Tree frogs were welcoming me. Crepe myrtle. We have crepe myrtles that have volunteered everywhere on the property. And that's all right with me because we love crepe myrtles. This was a flower pot. However, the bottom fell out of it. Lots of ferns. These are called ostrich ferns, if I didn't mention that before. There's our little stream. Goes up to the top of the little hill. Well, it's a big hill. I call it a mountain up there. And there's a waterfall up there, a small waterfall, which may have a chance to get to at some point. It is so comfortable out here, even when it's 90 degrees. You can come out here and sit on the deck in the shade of these trees, and it's at least 10 or 15 degrees cooler. A whole bunch of ferns. It's a good thing I love ferns because we sure do have a bunch of them. I don't know exactly what that plant is, but it blooms. Let's see if I can find one of them in bloom right now. It's actually a little bit early for them to be in bloom, but I did see one out here a few days ago that was in bloom. But if anybody can tell me what kind of plant this is, I would appreciate it, because I think I have 10,000 of them out here. I think probably the previous owners planted them and didn't know how vigorous growers they are. I don't see any in bloom right now. It's actually a little bit early for them. I think they bloom in August. But I've noticed that things are blooming a little bit early this year. Had something to do, I guess, with the fact these are stones put here to walk on. I think the reason things are blooming earlier this year is because we didn't have a really cold winter, so they got a jump start on the season. I'll turn around and get a better view of these azaleas here, which, of course, are not in bloom. They passed their season of bloom. These are white. Ajuga. Have a nice bed of ajuga here. And I love ajuga. Has lavender or blue blooms in mid-spring. There's a hydrangea, which is not in bloom. Another little fern. Don't know the name of that fern, but I love it anyway. Some more hydrangeas here. See if I can get a really close view of that. These seem to be multicolored. There's a blue one. There's a little pink one. And here's some more pink ones down here. We had a heavy rain yesterday, so that's the reason they're kind of droopy. They're heavy with rain. A holly tree. The people who lived here before us loved two things: hollies. And let's see if I can find one of them. Vines. They love vines. There was a vine that was crawling all over the house and along the ground up to about 8 inches high. And I spent all last year spraying it to kill it out. Now I think I've gotten most of it out, but they even planted it here some more ferns. Azaleas. Here's some of it here. And I'm telling you, if you don't want this stuff to take over, don't ever plant it. They've planted it even in the woods. It's all over the woods here. And that's okay for them, but I sure don't like it. It's okay in the woods, but I didn't want it climbing the walls of the house. And I didn't want to spend the rest of my life out here trimming it back. These are azaleas that, of course, are no longer in bloom. Kind of a view of the corner of the house there. Okay, we're going to walk down here. Oh, here's one of those plants in bloom I was telling you about. They're blooming a little early this year. At least this one is. If you know what this is, let me know. I'd be interested to find out what kind of plant that is. I guess they put that up there as a birdhouse, but I've never seen a bird living in it. Now, this stuff, I call it moneywort, but it has other names to it, and I can't think of them right now. There's a plant that a little tree that I dug up, or pulled up. The moneywort has a yellow bloom on it, but the thing about moneywort is it's got to have wet feet. It grows well. This is some, I guess you'd call that miniature mondo grass. If I had this all over my yard, I probably wouldn't have to mow it or hire it mowed, which is even better. Here's some more of those little lavender flowers. I have no idea what they are, but they just have one bloom on them at a time. There's the stream. Some ajuga that they have planted along the bank here, along with some wild viola. Some daylilies over there that I actually didn't even know that we had. There's one thing about it. They really love flowers just about as much as we do. Going across the bridge here. Patti Page had a song back in the 50s, Cross Over the Bridge. So that's what we're doing now. We're crossing over the bridge. I'll find a good place to deposit this dead tree here. Some daylilies, which are through blooming for this year. There's the seed pod. Here's another little plant. I love this blue flower here. I love the color. I only wish it were bigger. I don't know what this is, but I think it's some kind of wildflower. They've got some cane out here. Some more of those little lavender colored flowers. And an empty flower pot, except for some weeds. I will come up with something to plant in that, but it's not a priority right now. I have a whole lot on my plate. Some daylilies there that have just finished blooming. Here's the swing, and I have no idea what kind of vine this is growing up here. I was hoping that it was jasmine and that it would bloom, and I've never seen it in bloom in the few years that we have been here. But I read that jasmine will not bloom in the shade. So that could be, this actually could be jasmine and just not blooming because it's in the shade. I need to rake the leaves off here. Kind of clean it up here. This is the first time that I've been out here this year. I've spent a lot of time planting around the gate. So peaceful here. There's the deck up there. Some more cane that they have planted here. Some iris over there. Can you see that iris? Let me see if I can get over here and get a closer view. Right there, some iris, which is through this blooming season for this year. I'm going to walk along the creek here a little short while. This is another type fern here, and I don't know the name of this. Got a little trail up here. It leads to a little, what I call a reading nook up there at the top of the hill, but we won't walk up there right now. It's got a, well, maybe I will. Needs a little cleaning up through here. Have a bench up there. Hope you can see that bench from here. They've got a limb across the path there, so I'm going to have to clear that out, and we won't bother with that right now. We have a lot of buckeye trees out here, which are through with their blooming season. I don't know whether they planted all of these or if they volunteered from the one or two or more that they had planted out here, but there are several of them. I've transplanted a couple of them down by the gate, and we'll go down there sometime and take a look at the plants down there. But that is certainly a work in progress, and it's going to take a while to get everything down there the way that I want it done. There's some more of that money wort growing down there. We were at Lowe's a couple of weeks ago, and my wife found some of this money wort in a pot, and it was hanging over the pot, and she said, "We need to get some of that." And I said, "Baby, we've got 10,000 of them at the house. You can go out there and dig up all you want and put them in a pot." some more ferns. We're on the other side of this little creek now. And I see something up there that I didn't know I had, but it's blooming. Almost every time I come out, I find something new that I didn't know I had. Here's some daylilies that look like their blooming season is about over. You can see the seed heads there. Got one or two blooms coming along there. Some more of the buckeye. There are dogwoods out here. I didn't show you the dogwoods when I was going around the house. Maybe we'll go back around there sometime. I can show them to you. Got another little trail, goes up that hill, and there's a bench up there, but we won't bother with going up there right now. Some more of those little lavender flowers here. Iris and daylilies here. And it looks like some baby moneywort coming along there, but I'm not sure about that. There's a bottle tree up there. May take a look at that when we go back across the bridge. Here's a little bench here.